quite 6 on the trot, but it's still a point.
Yeah, it's a point. Clean sheet, positives. Couldn't get going in the second half, partly because I've never known the whistle to be blown so much, partly because of our poor ball speed, and partly because they set up well to defend and they stifled us a little bit, but we got to score really one of those chances in the first half. We had 2 clear-cut ones for me. It didn't quite happen, and when we had momentum we really grew and we were really going into it on the front foot in the second half when we built it about 55-60. Quasi's injury obviously affected us, and I don't think we recovered properly. And they ground us down a little bit and had some set plays at the end. But credit to our lads. I mean, any ball that was in the 18-yard box, we got first contacts, really restricted them to any chances in the game, and it's a 0-0.
Was it everything you expected from Boreham Wood? Tough and a battle? Yeah,
they're an experienced group. They've got a lot of appearances in the National League between them. They've had success, quite a few of that group. They've got to the playoff final, quite a few of that group, so they're experienced. There's not really much to say. I don't think a lot happened, but we had the more clear-cut chances and we just couldn't grow or gather momentum in it. And sometimes when there's no crowd in as well, that can affect it as well. You need that lift, and I thought it was just a real dour second half.
Well, it's not quite 6 on the trot, but it's a point. It's took us up to 5th.
I think looking at what was here before I came in, teams like that caused yourselves problems with their physicality, and they used to roll over, they used to maul you. That doesn't happen with this group now. They didn't get one chance on goal. I don't know if they had a shot on target really, perhaps at the end there where Grant's made a save to his left. So not a lot of chances, not a lot between the sides. Got to give Boreham Wood credit, and there wasn't a lot at their place either. They're a difficult side to beat, and that's another draw for them. That's 8 out of 9, I think.
That's their method. They're difficult to beat. You can see why, can't you?
Yeah, they're organised, but still we've got to score one of those chances from in the first half.
2 debutants. What do you think both of them brought?
Kai tried. I think he had his best passage before Quasi got injured. He really looked a threat. And Manny showed his bits of quality and his strength. A difficult game for both of them to come into, and they've conducted themselves well and fit into the group really well. There's more to come from both of them.
How's Asante? Is it just a knock or?
No, he'll need a scan. It's not looking good.
Right, okay, Liam.
Any more information on Asante? What type of injury is it? Sorry, James.
It's a knee injury, but now I've just come off 15 minutes ago, so I couldn't tell you. He'll need a scan, and I'll update you as and when.
In terms of Manny, then, what will he bring long term? Then, what type of player is he?
Well, you saw today, he's a ball player. He also can mix it. He got the better of his opponent, ground his opponent down in the end with his strength and his power. A couple of times he broke through just at the end there. That was really good play, the 1-2, and he's gone in the box and he just shepherded out. So he's got that as well. He can play 4 and 8, or sometimes people call it a 6, so that one at the base, or he can play the bridge, the 8, so he can join in the front. Difficult circumstances to come into. I think it was a tough game, and he showed his worth, I thought.
And someone you've worked with before at Aldershot?
Yeah, he's the right character as well. I've said that from the start since I've come in the building. It's important that when you add to the group, you've got to add value. So you've got to add something, whether it's a 1%, whether it's 2% to the playing squad or the staff, if you bring staff in. And he certainly does that with his character and his experience, and also his technical ability.
And just going back to tonight, then, was it a case of Boreham just being very well organised, or was it a case of just that final pass not being there?
I just think we've got to realise that if we win 5 on the bounce, teams are going to come here with a different mentality now, and it's important that, I think if the first one goes in, if we score that clear-cut one, probably Quasi was the most clear-cut one. Kai had a header as well where he should do better, at least hit the target early on. I think that it's a different game. Then they have to come out and they have to breach us, because we couldn't gather that momentum in the second half. They could slow it down. They were methodical in their work, and whistle happy referee. I think it just all contributed to a really dour second half, and when we were getting on top, it was one of those nights Quasi got injured, came off, and that was quite a big stoppage there, and it affected the momentum of the game. So it happens. We've got to be better. Our ball speed needs to be better, our decision making needs to be better. I thought we playing into the mid-third could have been better as well, to build and sustain attacks. Wasn't quite there, but we haven't lost. It's 6 unbeaten, and we carry on the momentum.
Is Quasi just lacking a little bit of confidence in front of goal at the minute, or what? It's not quite happening for him, is it, at the minute?
I don't think he's a confident lad, and he'll keep going in there. You saw at the end the way he's got injured. He didn't shy away from that chance. He was just loading up on his right foot, wasn't he? It was a great tackle, that. Was a good tackle and a fair tackle. But he'll keep getting in there. I think before he got his first one, he had 5 or 6 chances at Weymouth, so the lad he is. So as soon as he comes back on the pitch, I'm sure it's not a confidence problem. He'll be getting in there, and I'm sure he'll score soon.